through. Okay, great. So welcome to any of the occupiers of City Place who are watching or will watch this later to do the yoga with us. And welcome to the class. Yeah, all right. So we'll get started. Yeah, and the good thing about flow, doing a flow, is that it really helps you with your linking the breath and the body together. And when we do that, it becomes more of a kind of meditative practice as well. Doesn't matter how fast you're going, when you're with that breath, in and out. So every in-breath generally is a kind of open movement. And every out-breath is generally closing. When you kind of like stick with that as you're moving, you can kind of work it out. That's the nice thing about the flow. It becomes much more natural to breathe at the right time. And of course, with you guys. So I think what we might do is, when we get to the flow, I might do a few things. I might repeat a few vinyasas so that you can get the hang of it, because a lot of it's remembering, what you just do. And then when you know it, you can then really focus on the breath. You can breathe out, be more in your own flow, and then you really start to get all the benefits. You start to feel better. Awesome. All right. So you're sitting nice and easy. Always pick up the rock side to side to kind of see what you feel like on both sides of the body, whether you feel balanced or not. And we might just stretch out the chest by just taking the hands behind us, fingers pointing forward. And every part of the movement, never think about the end goal, always think about the journey getting there. So even with this, start with the pressure on your hands. Make sure your elbows aren't down to the sides, but they're back. And then start to squeeze your shoulder blades together. And that alone opens up this space. So you can now breathe into that. And then start to get a bit more pressure in the heels of your hands. So that then you might lift up your bottom a little bit. Up to you, see how far you go. You can go as far as you like. Maybe the head goes back if you get up high enough, if you don't worry. Yeah, then come back down again slowly. All the way. And then rock forward, take the hands out in front. This happens quite wide, so you keep the chest open again. And then sway side to side as you sort of slowly ease your way forward. And think about sticking your bottom out rather than letting it kind of roll from the lower back. So when you feel like you're sticking your bum out, you get this really nice kind of fold from your hips as opposed to your lower back. So just kind of moving gently into that forward fold so you can feel it. And then very gently coming back the same way you went in, so still swaying side to side. Just easing, pushing the floor away. So you come back, and then we'll go side to side. So just rock over to your right hand, lift up your left, pull over this side. So again, that was an in-breath to lift you open, exhale to fold. I think ragdoll, just be really nice and heavy here. So obviously it's going to be an in-breath to come back, right? So we're going to inhale, come up, nice and open, exhale, forward over this side. And with any of these side moves, quite often your head can feel heavy, because it is heavy. So to keep your neck nice and chill, you can just come look down at the floor. Relax the back of the neck. And then gently bring yourself back up. Let's take those legs nice and wide, the width of your mat. Hands behind you again. So let's just kind of support, but also to keep the chest lifted, so you can have a nice lift. And then let your knees just go down to the left-hand side. You can keep the torso facing the front, so you get a nice squeeze in the back. A little bit of a twist. And then inhale, lift them back up. Exhale, over the other side. On each side, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, rolling over. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale. Now one more, inhale, coming up. Exhale, at least come down and then twist around towards the back of the room. Just stay on your fingertips. Really nice open chest as you twist here. You might feel your back popping a little bit, maybe not. And then come back around to the center again. Just rest back on your hands so you can support. Let the knees go the other side. And again, keep the Fingertips nice and tall, just walking around, really nice twist around that side as well. Awesome, and then just bring yourself back to the center again. Beautiful. All right, let's get the legs up the way. Come up onto all fours. Any way you like. Any way you like. Yeah, and you'll see it giving you a block, by the way, which we might use later on, but that's just there if you need it. So let your hips sway side to side, and enough that when you sway, one knee might come up to the floor. You lean to one side enough that the other knee comes up. Yeah, just gonna get that nice fluid movement through your spine, so nothing's getting in the way. And while you're doing that, going side to side, slowly start to dig your toes underneath. So you start to get a grip of your toes. And then it's a really nice way to just kind of get up into a down dog like that. You just kind of let it slowly come up, bend knees, push the floor away, and there you are in your dog without even really thinking about it. Yeah, so just taking a couple of breaths here, letting everything lengthen out. You're pressing into the heels of your hands to draw your body back. Let your head hang as well. And then inhale, come forward into your plank, but slowly let the body just rock forward. Drop your knees if you want to, exhale all the way down. Onto your mat, nice. Inhale, push the floor away, bring yourself up. So just kind of pause here, have a look around maybe, see what that feels like. We're back in the down dog, so get the toes really gripped into the floor, so much that all you have to do is push the heels away, knees come up. And then push the floor away and bring yourself back into the down dog again. Nice. Yeah, all right. So we're going to drop the right knee down to the floor. Let the right knee come down. So let the left toe stay up behind you. And then just take your right hand off the mat to the side. Lean on that right hand so you can peel over the left side of your body. Let your left hand come right up over your ear. So it's kind of pointing towards me. And keep pressing into the right hand so you get a nice push away from the floor. Wonderful breath here. Great, and then find the floor with the left hand, bring it back down, bring the right hand back onto the mat. Leave your left foot out behind you, but lift it up now. So we're going to bend the left knee, look forward, inhale, lift up the chest. So you feel that little arch in the back a little bit, and then you're going to round that lower back. So you're going to draw the knee in. This is an exhale, draw the knee in towards the chest, push the floor away, push the breath out, and then inhale, come back. Exhale, bring it in. Bring the knee all the way in, as far as it will go. Keep pressing the floor away so you can feel the skin stretching over your shoulders. Now tuck your right toes under. Good grip on the right toes. Then all the way come forward into your hands. And then push that left foot all the way back into your three-legged dog. Awesome. Pressing it away. Keep drawing the body back. And then gently bring the left knee down to the floor. So we're going to do the same on the other side. So left knee comes down, the right leg goes straight up behind you. Just stay on the toes for the moment. Left hand off the mat, lean on that. And then just feel like you're peeling your body open. So keep pushing the floor away with the left hand so the hips can lift up. Top hand right up and over your ear. If you can get the right heel down of your foot, then try that. Don't have to, but just if it works. Maybe you can draw your chest around and see a bit. That works. Yeah. Breathe freely. And then gently bring the right hand back down to the floor. The left hand comes back down as well. Lift up your right leg. So you're going to inhale here. Bend the knee, look up, feel the arch in the back, and then round the back as you bring the knee in towards the chest. Pushing the breath out. Inhale, take it back in. Nice. And then exhale, bring the knee forward. Hold in here, get your left toes ready. Tuck them under, all the way to the hands, and then push that right foot back, all the way behind you to the three-legged dog. Nice. Awesome. All right, from here, we're going to step that right foot forward in between your hands. Take your time getting there. Yeah, you can always grab the foot really forward. All right, and then look forward. So you don't lose your balance. Bend the back knee, look forward, push the floor away, and then come up. So inhale, really nice and big. And then exhale, just let it go. Yeah, and then inhale, lift it up. This can be really strong. You can spread your fingers, bend the arms like that, and then there you go. One more like that. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, bring it all the way down. Bring your hands down, step it back into your high plank. And for your vinyasa, if you want to take your knees down, take your knees down. Otherwise, you're slowly lowering all the way. Good. And then inhale, coming up into your cobra. Let's take the knees wide twist together. And come back into your child's pose here. 2 big breaths in and out here. 1 more breath. And then your next inhale coming forward, shoulders over the wrist, tuck your toes under, and all the way back into your down dog again. Breathe. Alright, stay in all the way to the right foot, lifting up your left leg behind you, lift it up nice and high, go right up onto your right toes, and then step your left foot forward in between your hands. So again, don't worry if you need to grab it, bring it through, it's all good. But do look forward so you can keep your balance when you come up. Bend the back knee as well to really get grounded. And then you can inhale to the way up, spreading things nice and wide, and then good up inhale to down. 2 more like that. Inhale, opening, exhale, folding. Last one. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, coming down. Right hand comes to the floor first. Step it back. Left hand comes down. Yes, all the way to the floor. Nice. Inhale, coming up. Again, child's pose, just sweep the knees out, toes together. Exhale into your child's pose. Yeah. Take a couple of breaths here. Breathing in, breathing out. Noticing the ribs coming away from the spine of the inhale, maybe. Exhale, let it go. Softening with every out breath, all the way through. 1 more breath. And then your next inhale coming up, back up onto all fours. Tuck your toes under. Wait till the waist is always on top of your hands, by the way, so your waist comes forward. Then all you need to do is flip the hips away and push back into your down. Yeah. Alright, great. So leaning onto the left foot, inhale your right leg up behind you. This is the inhale, coming right up onto the toes. And then exhale, step through in between your hands. Taking your time. Bend back, we look forward, inhale, lift you up, so make it really exaggerated. And then exhale, so then take a twist after this. So inhale, lift it up, twist to your right as you breathe out. Back to the center as you breathe in. Left heel down, warrior 2 as you breathe out. Nice, look at your front hand, flip the front palm. Inhale, draws it back. Exhale, forearm on the thigh, top arm up and over the ear. Nice. Press on your right foot to come back up again. Inhale, come back up. Take it all the way back. You're going to take it all the way to the floor. Exhale, down. Step it back. All the way to your vinyasa. Nice. That's big break. Inhale. Take a break in the child's pose, knees wide, twist together, round through your spine. 2 breaths here, feeling your body, feeling the breath. And then your next inhale, slowly coming forward. Wait until the shoulders are over your wrists. Tuck your toes under, flip the heels away, all the way back into your down dog. Just maybe tapping the knees a little bit in your down dog, just kind of walking your dog so that you're slowly introducing the heels to the floor one at a time. And then when you're ready, just some more weight to the right foot, lift up your left leg. Take it up nice and high. Go right up onto your right toes. And then step the left foot forward. And to your hands. Take your time. Looking forward, bend the back knee. Floor away, in and exaggerate it. Exhale. You can either relax it or just take the arms out to the sides, whatever feels natural. And again, inhale, lifting up. Exhale, release, or whatever you want to do. It's up to you. Inhale, lifting up. Twist to the left as you exhale. Nice. Twist to the front as you inhale. Right heel down. Exhale, warrior two. Looking at the front hand, pull it up. Inhale takes you back. Exhale, forearm on the thigh, top arm up and over the ear. Push on the left foot. Inhale, coming back. Cartwheel the hands down all the way to the floor. You've got this. It's nice. Exhale, coming through. Inhale here. Knees wide. Exhale back. Inhale, just into two breaths again. Hands out in front. Inhale, coming back again. Shoulders over the wrists. Tuck your toes under. Push the floor away. Exhale. Back into your down. Yeah, now from here, we're going to lift up our right leg. Take it up nice and high. Don't worry about how high it is, but just what's nice for you. Doesn't matter if you open up the hip or you don't. But you're going to walk, keep the right leg lifted, but walk your hands towards your left foot. So walk your hands in. That's it. Keep it going. Beautiful. Slowly sink over that left leg. So the right leg probably will drop a little bit. That's normal. Keep the right leg lifted, but walk your hands forward again. All the way back to your down dog. All the way forward. Yeah. And then slowly come forward into a high plank, drop the foot down, come through the vinyasa, exhale to the floor. Inhale, coming up. Again, chance, close knees wide, exhale. 2 breaths here, in and out. Legs inhale, feet forward, shoulders over the wrist, tuck the toes under, all the way back. Into a down. Leaning onto your right foot, lift up your left leg. So just get the height wherever it feels okay. And then walk the hands slowly. Try and keep your hands quite wide apart for balance as you slowly walk your hands towards that right foot. That's it. Walk the hand in now. Slowly let yourself fold over that leg. Yeah, and then slowly walk the hands back. All the way back to your down dog. Drop the left foot down, come forward into your plank, and then all the way down. Beautiful. Nice. Inhale, coming up. Pause here just for a moment. Just feel what this is like. Think up a little bit. Maybe look over one shoulder again. Center, look over the other shoulder. Back to the center, knees wide, twist together. Again, rounding through the spine as you come back into child's pose. Just feeling that for a moment. Alrighty, so slowly coming back up onto all fours. Tuck your toes under, come back into a down dog. And then we're going to slowly, once we're in our down dog, we're going to walk our feet towards our hands now. So take it literally step by step, walking forward. Just notice how long you can keep your hands on the floor before you have to go to fingertips. Just as a little game for yourself. Beautiful. When you get to the top, have your fingertips kind of away from your toes forward. And then bend your left knee, just lift your right arm up to the ceiling. So you're looking up there. That's it, yeah. Beautiful, right leg straightens. And then bend your right knee to keep the right hand back down. Keep the right knee bent, start to straighten the left leg, and the left hand goes up towards the ceiling. Awesome. And the left knee, bring the left hand back down. Take your arms out to the sides, like airplane mode. That's it. Now push into the heels of your feet as you bring yourself all the way up. Standing. Yeah. Inhale to the arms all the way up. And then exhale again, coming down airplane mode. So bend the knees, think the chest to thighs, slowly coming down. And then hanging over. So think about your hip creases, and as though you're hanging over a kid's bar in a play park. Imagine you're hanging over the bar, and then you can just let your back get nice and long, let your head go, keep the neck really long, and just kind of have a few sways, side to side. So allow your back to lengthen a little bit. All right, so sway your hands around to the right-hand side. So if your fingertips don't touch, come bend your knees until they do. Have your hands around to your right corner. And then take all the way to the right foot and just lift up your left leg. That's it. And then drop the left foot down behind you. So it's coming into a little kind of present lunge from this angle. Yeah. Now from here, I want you to imagine that you're drawing circles around in the sand around you. So sweeping around to the right with your fingers, and then around to the left. And you'll notice it's easier to take your left heel down, right? Yeah. So then bend the left knee and take the hands around the other side. The other way, yeah, it doesn't matter which way you go through it, to be honest. You can just keep sweeping yourself around. So you're making just nice circles. But move your feet where you have to. Whenever you need to come onto the toes, do that. It doesn't matter, you're just playing around with the space around your mat. And when you get back to the front again, notice it's easy to come back onto your toes. That's it, keep turning. That's it. Now drop your left knee down. Yeah. It's easier when you do it a few times. All right, let your left toes go flat because you don't need them. And then just walk this right foot slightly further forward, just a little bit. Yeah, and then take your left hand off to the floor and lift up your right hand and just all over this left hand side. Yeah. And then the other side, sway over to the other side, you'll feel very different. Now you'll feel that stretching down that psoas muscle properly. Yeah, and then bring the left hand to the floor as well. So from here, we're going to lift over this right foot so you can see the sole. Take the left hand off to the side, lean on that, and then let your left shoulder move forward so this left hip starts to move to the floor, and your right hand can go just inside the thigh. Yeah, just gently there, and then start to look over that right shoulder. Let that left hip just sink a little bit. Maybe if that left leg can really relax. Your breath be free. Really into that space. Yeah, never hold your breath, just as quickly as you can. One more breath here. And it brings up all the way back. Now take that right foot up down again. Right hand comes back to the floor. Lift yourself up a bit. You're going to bring your toes up. And then, yeah, draw your right foot up. You've got it already. So getting a hamstring stretch here. A little bit of a sway, side to side. You're going to feel that. Yeah. Now take the right foot back down. Tuck your back toes under. Lift up the back knee. And then just hop that left foot forward just a little bit. Yes. Now your left heel might need to come down and maybe straighten the front leg. This is where if you wanted to use your block, you could kind of lift yourself up a little bit so it's not too strong yet. You need it just to help you straighten that front leg. Just do one arm on it, it's fine. And then slowly sinking over that straight leg. If it allows, if it's too strong on your hamstring, just bend your right knee to see how you go. Now keep your right block out to the side. Have your right hand on it. It can either be long or just with the width, whichever you prefer. And then see if you can lift up your left hand into a triangle from here. So try and keep those legs straight if you can. That's it. Nice. Yes. But just use that as a balance. Yeah. Nice and open. Really. One more breath. And then bend the front knee, look forward, drop the left hand, take it to the top of your mat, and then just stop it there, step your left foot straight to the right. While you're down here though, take that block over to the other side, just to save yourself taking the left. And then slowly bring yourself up. Oh, just slowly let your shoulders just relax. Just get used to being up, maybe close your eyes for a moment. You might feel it a little bit in that right hip, so you might kind of give that little shape. The other side very soon. Oh, yeah. And then when you're ready, take a nice inhale, lifting it up. Maybe come right up on your toes. Stretch yourself right out. Feel like you're pushing the ceiling away, if you like. And then slowly come down one side. So just really nice and easy with yourself. Like, all right, go falling down towards the floor. Yeah. We'll do the same thing with the hands. So let your fingertips sweep over to the left side of your mat. You don't need to just block so much for this, but just on your fingertips. Weight onto the left foot, lift up your right foot, and then drop it behind you. That's it. Yeah, awesome. All right, so from here, again, just imagine you're moving around your mat. So you go to the left first, then around to the right. Your right heel might come down. You might even bend your right knee and bend that way. Just be free with your body and just move around as best you can. Try not to follow any rules or anything. Just kind of move yourself, swaying side to side. And then when you get back around towards the front again, notice you'll have to come on the back toes to get the hips square to the front. Yes, and then drop your knee down to the floor. Awesome. Good. All right. So from here, let your toes go flat. Take your right hand off to the side. Lift up your left hand. Just take it over that right side. Get a nice stretch down that side first. So exhale in here. Inhale to come up. Drop the fingertips or the hand down to the floor and exhale on the side. So this is where we feel that stretch down on the right side. That's source muscle. And then gently bring yourself back up. Now this left foot can just move forward a little bit. Take your right hand off the mat again. Open up your left foot so you can see the sole. The left hand just goes up the knee inside the thigh. And then let this right shoulder move forward. So just let the shoulder, that's it. Yeah, the right shoulder moves forward. So your right hand down, that's it. And then moving that shoulder forward. So your right hand moves. So it takes a bit of practice with this as well. Breathing into the space. One more breath here. And then gently bring yourself back to the center. Both hands come to the floor. So come up a bit so you can feel like a little bit of control. Lift up your left toes and then draw the left hip back. So here you go, that hand swing. Stretch. I like to swing my hips around a little bit so it's not too jarring. But that's a personal choice. Yeah. All right, now take your left foot back down to the floor. Tuck your right toes under. Lift up your right knee and then just hop that right foot in a little bit. Nice. So you get the right heel down to the floor and straighten that left leg. Here where you can use your block if you want to. You can bring it up closer to you. And then you can lift yourself up just a little bit more so you get back in straighter leg. And see if you can bring yourself down over that leg. So you're facing the front to begin. Just feeling that hamstring stretch. If it gets too strong, you can always bend that. A little breath here. And then get ready with your left hand on your left block. Yeah. So open it up into triangles. So a little bit of pressure on that left hand and just peel open the right side of your body. Yeah. Nice. Straighten the legs. One more breath here. And then that front knee. Bring both hands back down to the front of your mat, look forward, step the right foot forward, and then push the floor away all the way. Back up, let the shoulders and arms down. Body a little bit of a shake. And then we'll do, I think we did this last week, when we're driving the truck, I did. Hands out in front of you. Anyway, just kind of getting really nice and easy in your body. And then when you're ready, taking an inhale to your left. So inhale. Goes around the back of the body, so stretching back if it feels nice, and then exhale as you slowly come forward. Then pause at the bottom when you get there. And then go the other way. Notice how if you push to the feet, it helps lift you up. That's the inhale right there, and then exhale, come down, and pause at the bottom. And again, the other way. Inhale, exhale, coming down. One last way, the other way. Inhale. You can make these things as big or as mad as you like. Exhale. Beautiful. Now in this chair position, let your bottom sink a little bit, all the way come into the heels, and then slowly push the floor away so you feel these thighs working a little bit. Slowly, all the way up, go like that. Left wrist with your right hand, and then exhale, smooth to the side. Push your feet to come up, so inhale, we jump, swap the wrists over, exhale. Inhale, all the way back up. Exhale, just bend the knees, sweep the hands behind you, clasp the fingers together, and just hang over your knees. You don't have to straighten your legs, keep the knees bent together, put your nice long back, so you can follow up to the ceiling. Oh, nice and long here. Feeling that. Open up a little bit. One more breath. And then gently bend your knees some more. Push the hands away until they drop down behind your bottom. Then you let fingertips go. And then slowly, stunning, beautiful. And keep your feet where they are, nice and wide. And just set the left foot back behind you so that they're still trapped. Try not to take them too close, one behind the other. Try not to be quite wide to the sides. Yeah. So we're going to warrior one first. So lifting up the arms, feeling really strong in your warrior. Like press the floor away with your feet so the feet are strong and our body's nice and light. And then as you exhale, let the hands drop behind you. Clasp your hands together. Take a nice inhale again. As you breathe out, press on the back foot. Draw your hips back so you can slowly come inside this right thigh. Doesn't matter how low you go, but do let your head go if you can. Sometimes that's the hardest part, just that bit of balance. Breathing into soft belly. Nice. One more breath here. Look forward. Press the floor away with that right foot. Push the floor away and pick that back up. Good. Step the left foot forward to be the right, and then just change sides. So again, keeping the track with for your feet so you don't wobble too much. Cool. You're pretty strong in warrior one, but the feet feel the same. They're both weighted evenly. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift up your arms. And then exhale, just drop them down behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades, and we're going to pull it behind. Take a nice inhale first. Exhale, press on the back foot so the hips draw back. And that just creates that space from inside. Slowly taking forward. So you can keep your weight even on both feet, even when you're down there. Just noticing here. One. Great, and then to come out of it, press on the front foot, lift up the chest, let the hands come down onto the body first, then release them. Look forward, step the right foot. Beautiful. Great. All right, I'm going to come back down onto the floor to do some more vinyasas. So, take a nice inhale here. Exhale, fall down anyway. Take a nice inhale, open up. Hands on the floor, stepping back, high legs, coming through the vinyasa, exhale to the floor. Inhaling here. These lighters together, exhale. Child's pose. Let's take two nice big breaths here. Feeling the ribs expand on the inhale, exhale, sinking down. Softening on every out breath. And then your next inhale, slowly getting back up. Tummy turns under, exhale back. Into the down. Yeah. All right, leaning onto the left foot, inhale your right leg up behind you. Come right up onto your left toes. Keep the hips high as you step the right foot forward. That will help bring it forward between your hands. So step your right foot forward. Yeah. Awesome. Bend back, knee, look forward. Press the floor away. Inhale, lift you up. So again, you can do whatever you like with this. Just bring your feet up. And then exhale, just really softly. Inhale, lifting up again. Twist to the right again. So twisting to the right. Now drop your right hand. Inhale the left arm up to get the length first. So feel that lift. And then slowly bring the elbow over the right knee, and you can maybe bring your hands together if that feels okay. You don't have to, but just take hands on the hips if that feels better. By the way, try to breathe naturally into the belly, and maybe looking behind you if that's available. Don't miss, if it's going to make you wobble too much. One more breath in and out here. The best way not to wobble to come out of it is to look to the front first. Press on the right foot, inhale, lift you up. Left heel down, warrior two. Nice. Flip your front palm. Inhale takes you back. Exhale, forearm on the thigh, top arm over the knee. So really feeling this. And really try and press so hard into your into both feet. So you can feel the upper body getting light. So this upper body is quite light, most of the way on the feet. And maybe even looking around and if you can. Yeah, nice. Awesome. One more breath here. And then push the floor away. Bring yourself up, but turn those right toes to meet your left. Yeah, so from here, it's called sideways. From here, take your hands on your hip creases and press into those so that you have to come down in this kind of straight line. Your back as you come forward, and then let your shoulders just, your hands just fall underneath your shoulders. Yeah, get a nice lift first, so lift yourself up, and then as you breathe out, bend the elbows back behind you, just let yourself fall over. Again, as if you have an imaginary kid's bar, like in the play bar. So that all the way come forward. Yeah, just hand loose, let your head go, maybe shake it out. This is nerves over your head, whatever you need to do here. Yeah, and then just sway over to your left ankle and just kind of draw yourself towards that leg a little bit more, or however much allows. Don't kind of go way beyond your edge, but just whatever you feel is comfortable. And then back over to the right one. And then back into the center again. Now from here, come right up onto your fingertips so you get that really nice straight back again. Now take your hands out to the sides. So you come up in elbow to press into the feet, and then it's just the body that has to lift up. Yeah, nice. Let your hands relax. Turn this right foot out to the front again. Come onto the back toes, and then just step the left foot to you. Yeah, cool. So just noticing how you have to move the feet around behind you to facilitate the rest of the body, just allowing that. All right, so let's do the other side. So thank you, vinyasa at the end. So nice inhale, lifting up. And exhale, falling down any side you feel you like. Take a nice inhale here. Find the floor, send it back into your high plank through your vinyasa, all on the out. Yeah. Inhale. Lifting up for a moment. Yeah, and then just a little child's pose. Knees wide, toes together. Exhale. Breathing into that space. One more breath in and out here. Keeping the hands right out where they are. Looking forward. Inhale, all the way back up. Shoulders over, wrist tuck your toes under. Exhale, back into your down dog. Stretching it back out. Yeah, just noticing how the down dog feels. If it feels a little bit more open on the legs or not. Bring your weight into the heels of the hands and drawing your body back. So it doesn't matter if the knees are slightly bent. All good. Nice. All right, so the other side. So lean onto the right foot, inhale your left leg up, take it up nice and high, and right up onto your left toes, and then step the left foot forward in between your hands. Take your time. It's all good. Balance. Yeah, look forward. Bend that knee. Inhale. Lift yourself up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift up. twisting to the left. Yeah. So feel that. And then drop your left hand, inhale your right arm up so you get the length first. Nice. And then bring that length over. It's a bit of balance sometimes. Yeah, right up. That's fine. Yeah, if you get too wobbly with this twist, you can always go forward if you want to. Then have balance. It's up to you if that hands go together or not. Just make sure you can still breathe. That's the main thing. And then, yeah, look forward first. Press the front foot. Inhale, push you up. Right heel down, warrior 2 on your out breath. Let your front palm. Inhale takes you back. Exhale, forearm on the thigh, top them up and over the ear. So really pressing into both feet so that the upper body feels light. And you can always test that by lifting your elbow off the leg a bit, so if you're leaving too much weight on that thigh or not. And maybe even turning around to the ceiling a bit more if it allows. Don't worry if it doesn't. It's all good. One more breath here. Yeah, then press on the front foot, inhale. Brings you all the way back up, flip this right, left and back. And then exhale all the way to the floor, stepping back, high plank through your vinyasa. Inhale here. Twist together, knees wide, exhale back. Into your child's pose. Breathing here, nice and easy, nice and deep. One more breath here in and out. And the next breath, just lift up your head. Lift your head and then start to walk your hands towards your knees. And then, what am I doing here? Oh yeah. Tuck your toes under. And then just roll back so you go into a little squat. Yeah. Now, easier to keep your feet a bit wider. Yeah, it's just easier to get the heels close to the floor. I'm not saying they have to be on the floor at all. But a nice thing to do actually is to come up onto the toe of one foot, the heel comes down on the other, and then lifting up the hand of the heel down. Yes. This is which side we do first. You get a really nice opening here. And then swap it over. So the other heel comes down, the other toe lifts up. Nice and good. Beautiful. And then bring that hand back down. And as you're at the back of your mat, put the fingertips on the floor, and then lift one all the way up and come into a forward fold at the back of your mat. Nice and open. Yourself hang here again. Just feeling that length a little bit more. Yeah. All right. Now from here, back of your mat, walk your hands forward into a down dog. So slowly walking forward into a down dog. It's a little bit easier to feel. And from your down dog, come forward into a high plank so that your shoulders come over your wrists. Now notice my belly hasn't sunk too low here. Try and keep the belly lifted a bit. And then you let the belly go below your navel, if that makes sense, your hips rather. You're putting too much pressure on your back, so lift the navel into the spine so you can lift it up a bit. Yeah. Keep your feet wide, and maybe you can let the hips sway side to side. Don't try to take this into a side plank. If it gets too strong, you can always take your knee down. So let's go to the right side first. If that's too strong, you can take your right knee down to the floor. That's it. Keep hips high. Nice. Push the floor away. You've got this. Beautiful. All right. Bring your left hand down. Swap it over. Other side. Push the floor away. Nice and open. Beautiful. Bring your right hand back down to the floor. Let's go all the way down again. Beautiful. Nice. Inhale, up. Exhale, just back for one more out breath. Exhaling. Take an inhale first. Exhale, there we go. And then just bring yourself back up. Onto all fours. Let's just bring ourselves down now. Stay low. So we're going to take I'm going to mirror you. So you take your right leg out to the side. So your right leg, yep. So your left foot into your right thigh, thereabouts. And if you wanted to, this feels a bit much, you can always sit on a block if you want to. Any of these forward, where you kind of have to kind of stick your bottom up from the hips, a bit of height it can feel better, but it's up to you to see how you go. All right, so first of all in here, take that right hand inside this right leg and use this as a lever to open up the left side of your chest. Take a nice inhale, exhale, forward over the side. Doesn't have to be athletic or strong or rigid. It can be random if you like. Really soft here. Your belly relax. Again, it's one of those poses that you can always look down at the floor if you want to, the neck feels a bit tight. Up to you. Yeah, and then your next inhale, lift up this left hand, so that lifts you up. Exhale, take the hand behind you, but fingers pointing away this time. Lean on that hand, and then sweep up hips, so push the floor in, draw your hips forward, yeah. As you reach back, just breathe into that. Keep pushing the floor away so you get that lovely stretch through your torso. And then come back down the same way. So slowly coming back down onto the same way. Now I'm going to lean on this side. To keep this lean on this side, and just sweep that right leg behind you. It doesn't have to come into a straight line unless you wanted to, the pigeon. Even with that leg behind you, get this really nice open pigeon coming down. So just think chest to thigh in terms of direction. Slowly walk, so you can actually use your block in this instance as well. Your head doesn't touch, for example, with the dive, put it up nice and high like that. And just allow yourself to relax. Because the key thing is really allowing everything else in your body to soften. You know, you don't want to kind of have it straining in any way. So just kind of feeling whatever is nice and open in this pose. Allow yourself into it. So the space to open up. Every out breath, just thinking of it as softening a little bit. One more breath here. And then very gently, lifting up the head first, pushing the hands into the floor to walk them back, so you go back nice and easy. Lean back on this side again, but take the hand behind this leg and bring it up and over here, so we get a nice, ready for a nice twist. This would be a lovely open twist. So take your left hand behind you, just fingertips if you like, and the right hand goes inside. You can go that way if you want. You both go different ways, it doesn't matter. We can do both sides, let's do both sides. So whichever way you're twisting now, enjoy that, feel that opening. So notice the difference on both sides. So whatever side you take first, feel that. And then swap it over and go the other way. One feel a lot stronger than the other. So the easier one is the more chest opening. When you go the opposite way, it's more of a kind of twist in the lower part of your body. So just kind of noticing the difference there. And then coming back into the center. All right, let's swap all of that over. So do the other leg. Left leg goes out to the side. Take your arm inside this left leg. Nice open chest. Again, you can make a nice big circle if you like with the hand. Inhale. Nice open and then just move forward to the side. Nice and loose. Loose as a goose. If your head feels heavy, the neck feels like it needs some release, just look down the floor. Allow yourself some give. Gravity take you. When you're ready, the inhale is going to lift you up. Right hand goes behind your fingers, pointing away. Remember, so lean on that hand and then use this left hand to sweep things forward so you can reach back. Allow yourself to get nice and loose in this position. Over your head low. Ah, then nice and slow. Bring yourself back down. So nice. Yes, pigeon pose first. So stay on this side. Take this, your left leg behind you. And then slowly turn towards this knee. Bring yourself down. Nice and loose. Just noticing where the tightness is and how you breathe into that tightness. How can I let it go? What can I do here to release it more? One more breath here. And then to come out and push the floor away. So you're not using the back of the leg, just push the floor away. Come back up, grab the back leg, lift it up and over this knee. So the toes are kind of in line with the top of the knee, thereabouts. And then the open twist is if you guys turn to your right, that way, that's your open twist. You can kind of feel that the chest open, right? It feels very kind of regal, it feels nice and lifted, you feel like a nice long spine here. So this is a lovely open chest twist. Doesn't really affect the lower part of your body. And then you swap it over. Try and keep the spine long because it does try and kind of increase a little bit as you turn the other way. And then use this arm against, the knee to kind of look around. So they feel very different. Gently. Beautiful. All right, so come into across the legs. Doesn't matter which way you cross your legs. Then take your hands behind your heels and then move them forward. So you create this big triangle. And then try and dorsiflex your feet. And try and get your feet underneath your knees a bit. Yeah, but keep this space. You've got this nice big triangle now here. This is really to kind of open up your hips a bit. So instead of, this is the opposite, like this, pushing the feet forward. And you get that kind of space, And then you kind of feel like you're sticking your bottom out behind you a little bit. You can always move the bottom back, that helps get this space as well. And then slowly tap your hands wide and slowly bring yourself forward. This is where you start to feel it when you come forward. So don't go beyond your comfort level. It wants to feel tight, but it doesn't want to feel painful. It just needs to feel tight, and then you breathe into that tightness, and on every out breath, try and soften into it as well. So the same deal is that you feel like you're sticking your bottom out behind you, so that you get this long back from your lower back, from your hips. Allow yourself just to melt a little bit. The lower you go, the more you're going to feel it in the hips. So just be wise to that. Don't push it too far. It's all about finding your edge, but not going over the edge. Just breathing into the edge. One more breath. And then gently push the floor away, walk the hands back in, and then lift yourself back up. Nice to release those hips. Okay, so we're going to come back. Take your hands underneath your hips, your thighs rather, and just roll and see where you get to. I never encourage doing a whole kind of straight up pencil thing. It doesn't really do much more, and it's much safer on your neck just to have a Nice little relaxed shoulders down. And then you can do whatever you like with your feet. You can take them into kind of, cirque du soleil things. You can do the splits with your legs. Just play around. Feel like you're 5 there, a little time. Just stretching everything out that needs to. If the feet touch the floor behind you, so be it, right? Whatever feels okay. These are just all ideas. None of them are mandatory. And then very gently roll down your spine again until your sacrum comes down onto the floor. So just rolling onto that more flat piece of bone, yeah. And then hold onto your right knee, let your left leg go straight. So left leg goes straight. Take your right arm out to the side, keep your left hand on your right knee, and just guide the right knee over the left. So you're coming into a lying twist. The idea is to look over your right hand, and then you'll know that the right shoulder's kind of pretty grounded. Don't worry too much about the knee touching the floor. It's better to have the shoulder on the ground than the knee, or both. So yes, allow this to be heavy. No effort. And then gently come back into the center before you do the other side. Bring both knees in. Really important with these twists to start off centralized before you start the other side. So once you're back in the center, right leg goes straight, right hand, left knee, left arm out to the side, and look over your left hand. So you ground your left shoulder first, and then that left knee can just roll over wherever it goes. It doesn't have to touch the floor. See what you can notice here. Notice if you're clenching your bottom to hold yourself there, or if you can relax the glutes completely, your thighs tense, your knees, anything at all. Where else can I relax my body and just let this surrender? And then gently roll back into the center again. So getting ready for your Shavasana, it can either be with your knees bent, your arms out to the sides, or if you prefer to bring your heels down, do that or a bit of both. Whatever feels right for you. Allow yourself just to be taken by gravity. Just allow yourself to sink into that space. So you can be comfortable here. Enjoy the benefits of post-practice feeling. Sinking into the floor, heavy, relaxed. Noticing the contact points at your feet, your heels, your hips, backs of your hands, back of your head. See any sensations in your body that could feel like increased blood flow, oxygenated. Just be muscles relaxing, softening. Maybe a sense of your heartbeat. Just be release. Just noticing your breath coming and going. So you can notice that breath without controlling it in any way. Just observe. Starting to deepen your in-breath, so doing some more exaggerated breaths, filling up the lungs, chest rise and fall. With your next in-breath, maybe reaching your hands up and over your head behind you, stretching out the body. On your next exhale, drawing your knees in towards your chest, and then rolling over to your right hand side. And then start to land there. Keeping your eyes closed, just gently push the floor away and bring yourself back up to any sitting position, any level. Just to kind of bring you back into balance. Allow your breath to settle in for a moment. And very gently letting the light in very slowly.